Hi everyone, my name is Heather and I'm the person behind Happy Puppy Truffles. Today I wanted to share with you guys a free downloadable that you can get from my website to make your very own Changing Faces Panda. Now I've made a few different animals in this series and this is just one more I wanted to add to that kind of group of these. These are always a lot of fun to make and I hope you guys can enjoy making them as well. Because it's just a panda, there's really only one version of it. It's not like a cat or a dog where there's different colors or breeds. So I was just going to show you guys kind of how to put it together. There's still the choices of two different balloons to put inside, so you get a total of 4 faces, the same eyes, and then the pieces for the box itself and little ears to put on the outside. So I thought I'd just show you guys how to make everything here as a quick reminder. I've already made one of the balloons. The balloons are 15 by 15 centimeters, about, depending on your printer settings and the paper you're using. And then the box for the outer part that we use to make a hinge box is a little bit smaller. So let me just show you guys really quick here how to make the balloon. It's pretty simple stuff here. Start with your color side facing down. We're going to go ahead and fold our paper into a big triangle and make sure we get the creases both ways. Then with the color side facing up, I'll fold my paper in half both vertically and horizontally. This gives me the preliminary creases so that I can collapse everything down into a water bomb base. So I get all these creases done first. Find the diagonal creases, kind of fold it in half into a triangle, push in, and everything should shimmy around until you can get a nice little triangular shape here for the water bomb base. Now I don't want to be looking at the side that has the eyes. I want to try to fold things over so that instead I can see the logo and the QR code. Here we're going to fold up these sides over those so that you don't see them when the balloon opens up. So I'm just going to fold my sides over here, bringing the tip up to the top, and flip it over. Do the same thing on the back as well so that we can get all of these sides up. When you're looking at it, you should have something like this, the little flaps at the top there. And then I'm just going to take this side and fold it towards the center. When I do this, I want to try to keep things as parallel here to the center as I can. And I can do both sides here, trying to keep in mind like an imaginary line that goes straight through the center here. Flip it over, do the same thing on this side too. It should look something like this. Then I can just take these little places I folded over. They pop open to create little pockets. I can take the tab that is left up here at the top, curl it around so that it can fold into this pocket. Try to get it, of course, pushed down in there as far as it'll go and get a good crease so that it stays secured. And that way when we blow it up into a balloon, it won't pop open. So I'll do that for the remaining 3 sides so that we get all 4 parts folded in to create the finished part of a balloon. So get those parts folded in here really quick. Like so. Then if you go ahead and open up everything here a little so that it kind of looks like a cross or an X from above, and then turn it over so that you can see where the hole is on the bottom. Just kind of holding it apart like this. I'm going to blow into it. You should get a nice little balloon like this. Put a little pressure to kind of smooth out the edges. You do need to kind of get it a little shaped down into a cube so that it can fit into the box when we're done. But that gives me the face here with the crying face and the normal face, and then this one is the angry face and the sleepy face. So I'm going to put those to the side and we're going to go ahead then and work on our hinged box. I've already taken one of the pieces and made a box. This is the other piece here to kind of give you an idea of the size. What I'm going to do here is just with the color side facing down, we're going to just fold the paper in half one way and in half another way. Then I'm going to take each of these 4 points and fold them towards the center. And then, once we've gotten all of that folded in, I want to fold the sides that you see here so that I can create, I want to fold over here towards the center so that I have one side that show with the face that shows the logo and the other side that has the QR code. Now depending if you're working on the top or the bottom, you might only see a little bit of the eye, you might see the tail like I do here, but you want to get both of those folded in. Open things up, take these tabs and open it all the way. And then I'm just going to take this little bit here and fold it back for a second and then roll it up towards the center so that I can get the side of my box folded over. Turn it around, do the same thing on this side too. So you get something like this. Make those two sides the sides of our boxes, and then I'm just going to use the little creases that are hiding here on the sides to help me collapse this to get these two parts to fold in, and then with this tab up here I'm just going to fold it over and tuck it in to create the edge of my box. Do the same thing on the other side here too. And it's good to just go ahead and complete the boxes first. Make sure we've got the parts right. We've got the top and the bottom here, and I've also got the tail and the back. With the bottom piece, I want to make sure that the tail side opens up and I can take that tab and just fold it down. And what I'm creating is the back part of the Hinge box. You see this whole panel when we're done. Then with the top piece that just has a little bit of the eyes, I'm going to take the part that's opposite of the eyes here, open that up. This is going to become the tab that I'm going to slide into to create the hinged box. If I kind of open things up here a little, I'm going to lay this part inside, get this tip to line up right into the center with the other three sides to create a finished center. Fold these two parts in. Make sure that the back panel lines up to the edge there of the top of the box. You can kind of fold this part back to kind of secure it, and you should be able to get a nice little completed box for your panda. And then we can just take the face balloon with the whole part facing down, and we're just going to slide that in and get the top part on, and you should get a cute little finished panda face. You can even close his eyes if you want to. So then the last little step is to make his ears, and this is just a simple circle ear that I thought you could just glue right here as a corner piece if you want. That's a nice little accent. So there's front and back is the way I was kind of thinking of it. So the easiest way I think is to just go ahead and cut these out. And there's a reason there's two squares here. I just want to try to line up so that I can glue these together first and then cut them out. That just kind of makes things a little easier for everybody. Doesn't really have to be on the dotted line necessarily, but so I can just got to take things here. Oh, and you know what? That's actually not going to work because of the way I did stuff here. So I'm going to have to just maybe cut this and then I can get it the right way here. But I'll try to fix that before I put it up so that you guys can just easily, you know, cut it and put it together and it'll fit right. But I put some glue on it first here, and then I can just kind of line stuff up to try to get it. And it helps to have a little bit of light with you when you do this. If you're doing it like I am, I'll have it fixed so that you guys won't run into this problem when you do it. But I just get that part like that. And I'll get this side on here. And then once those two are on there, then I can just go ahead and cut out these ears. So I'll cut those out really quick. Of course, there's these little dotted lines that we want to keep, the little panels that we're going to use for gluing on. You don't want to cut those off. You want to keep those there. Otherwise, just cut as close to the edge of the ear as you can to create a nice little round ear. So I've got my two ears completed here. And then I'm just going to go ahead, and you do want to make sure that you, when you cut on this, I want to go ahead and cut all the way across on one of the little flaps, and then make sure this one gets removed too. Because on just one side, because what I want to be able to do is create a tab that can fold down and create the places that I'm going to put glue so that I can get my ears to stick on the head, like something like that. So I'll do that for this one too. And that gives me 1 and 2 here. Doesn't really matter, you know, which one. They're the same, so it doesn't really matter which one's the front and back here necessarily. But so I've got the little tabs kind of worked out there, and then I'm just going to go ahead and kind of put it right here in the center if I can. And, you know, the balloon inside helps a little because, you know, you do need it to be kind of thick. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on these. And I've got them already folded down. I think that kind of works good. I don't want to mess that up. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here. You could also put a tiny bit of tape too if you preferred. That works well too, depending on the kind of glue you have available. I like to try to kind of line it up to the center. It helps to get one on first and then kind of see, you know, how the other one feels when you put it on there. And it does kind of help to kind of allow it to sort of push forward a little to get those sides down really good. But you should be able to get your ear attached then like that. And I'll do the other one too. Of course, try to keep them about the same if you can. And I'll just try to put a little pressure on that so that I can get it connected as much as I can there. This little guy wants to stick up again a little bit. But that should give you then the little completed ears for your panda. And I hope you guys can have some fun with him and change his little face and create different expressions and stuff. And I'll have some more fun little faces and things with this panda, not for this panda, but for the animal series of these. So we'll have other animals to come in the future. You can get this downloadable from my website. There's a link in the description. There's also a link throughout the video. If you click on the little letter I in the circle, that's for the new YouTube card system. And that will take you to my website where you can find all of these little animal friends to make. And you guys, thanks again always so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye!